What's up, guys? Just in the middle. How y'all doing? Let me turn some of this stuff off. I was watching the hurricane. Just listening to the hurricane stuff. Facebook. To our economic calendar. How's everyone doing? Happy hump day. Wednesday. Economic calendar. Mortgage applications. Wonder what that was. Didn't really see any news on it. Wholesale inventories, 8:30, 10 o'clock, pending home sales. You know, home sales can affect the market a little bit. But the main thing is we have, let me try to find it. Stocks, US economic calendar. The Fed speakers today. We are pretty loaded on Fed speakers. We have 8:35 Bostic, 10:15 Powell, opening remarks. Not sure, that's not one of his normal speeches. This has opening remarks. 11 a.m. Bowman, 11:30 Barkin, 2 p.m. Evans. Pretty solid on the Fed speakers today, guys. So does anyone know what happened to the markets last night? Apple dumped the markets. Apple announced that they're backing off their let me try to find the correct wording. Apple's backing off plans to increase production of its new iPhones this year after anticipated surge in demand has failed to materialize. So they're just backing off the increased production. So they're still producing. They just thought they'd have increase more better demand for the phones, but obviously not, whatnot. Looking at it. About here, good. I think it was 100 points on NQ. We dropped. We actually came back up and tagged where we dropped and then dropped again. So that was a good supply right there. For the economic calendar or for the European session yesterday. Was pretty much a QQQ puts. I don't even know what those ended at. But pretty much, like I sent out pre-market. We talked about pre-market. This NQ flag, ES was the first one. It broke its flag. We weren't really watching it anymore. And the bottom part of the flag was a little weird because we broke below. So we turned our attention on the NQ flag. Higher time frame. Yeah, higher time frame. We just couldn't get. Look at this 11.5. We just can't hold over this 11.5. Just previous support. Now become resistance. So 11.5. Anytime we kind of got over that was a good time to go short. What's up, Chris? Was a good time to go short. You could tell, higher time frames, we just could not hold over it. So that's, that QQQ put pretty solid move down from there. We kind of broke this 11.4. Kind of like this level, a little higher than 11.4, but we're resistance, broke above, held a support, we broke below, we kind of retested it and continued to fall. So the 11.414 was a pretty solid move. Then we also had our uptrend from the bottom of the flag, what could have been another quick scalp for what you guys were looking at. And then we actually came back up, pretty much tested it, and fell from Apple News. Pretty solid drop on that Apple News. Almost 200 points. That's crazy. Europe, kind of just, they're selling, buying. They're kind of just nothing special going on in Europe, buying or selling right now. They're really confusing the market. Of course, we'll go back through ES and NQ at the end, but we're looking like we're getting a little relief. Like I try to tell people, it's hard to go short at yearly lows, and we are at the yearly lows, so it's hard for people to go short. So unfortunately, risk to reward for calls is a little better, but it's hard to go calls when every news is bad. Every news that's coming out is bad. So we'll go through our game plan towards the end, but let's just go ahead and go check out some stocks. Right here, 364.11 is going to be, we keep that on watch. We had $1.5 billion. What's up, RJ? $1.5 billion worth of signature prints yesterday. So keep that on watch. It was kind of a decent, decent level. We rejected here. We kind of held it. You could tell we're holding it right here. Rejected. So definitely watch at 364. If we do push up to 364.11, see if we can hold it as a resistance. Don't know if it's a buy or sell, but this is the, it doesn't go all the way over. Hold on, I gotta zoom in, I think. I gotta move my screen for a second. Hold on, I'll pull up a picture. It cuts off my right side. So this is dark pool. Green is S&P 500, blue is dark pool. So this is what, kind of want to see what dark pool's doing compared to, are they buying the dip? Are they, if it's high, are they, letting go? Right now we're at basically a yearly low on those dark pools. So they're kind of just sitting out. I think they let out right here. They dropped a bunch on this pop up, and they're just letting it ride, let it go down, wait for better prices to come back in and buy in. So that's kind of what we're watching. You want to see an increase of a little increase of dark pool activity to actually go long. But right here we have 1.5 billion worth of signature prints at 364.11. So keep those out, keep that level on watch. Seems like a pretty solid level, support, became resistance. So let's see if that's going to hold resistance. That could be a good scalp, good spy put that I don't even really need to alert. So keep that on mind. Oil seems to be just, I think we're about to squeeze this level right here. If you want to play, this break on oil, I'm kind of staying away from oil. I don't like the price action right now. It's around that $80 a barrel that Biden wants to refill the reserves at, which is causing price action just to be kind of stupid. I took a loss here. I thought we'd break above here, but pretty solid. We're making higher lows, making an ascending triangle. I thought we'd pop up. We didn't. Dixie. Dollar index is above. You know, showing you guys kind of we're in this range and we're kind of breaking above. Getting a little crazy, actually. A lot of up and down on that. But overall, you know, the Dixie's kind of at a kind of uptrend right now. Kind of continue to go higher. I think it kind of needs to cool down, but whatnot. 10-year hit above 4 for the first time in a long time. It doesn't make sense back there. I remember when it was hitting 2s and people were freaking out. UVXY. You know, the main thing I'm watching here is this downtrend. You can break that downtrend and head into the 17s. VIX. Looks like we gapped up pretty hard. Let's see if we can hold, 32.5. That's going to be the main thing. We're back here. It's hard for me to go long until we're under, we hit underneath 30s with force. That's going to be probably my identifier. To eventually look to go short, 30 to the 28. But overall, pretty, we finally broke that. I need to fix all this up. You guys don't know, my buddy showed me this pretty cool, simple thing. Instead of putting these labels, like I like to do this, and I want to do this on SPY too. What he does is you take this vertical line, not that vertical line, this one. So FOMC was here. You're gonna text FOMC, but you make the line, you make it transparent right here. And then you have your you have it down here, FOMC. So I can delete that so it looks better. I need to go through and do all that, especially on SPY. I want to do that on SPY and ES. Probably just do it on SPY. But now I know FOMC right here even labels the date right here, June 15th. So that's pretty cool. Instead of having it look like this, I've been doing this for a while, since the election. So I'm gonna start doing that. It's pretty cool if you guys didn't know, CPI data. You should always do CPI data, FOMC minutes. I had war news right here that popped it up. 10-year yield. This was the 10-year yield was high. But a Powell speech. Yields rise, Powell talk. Bad retail numbers affected the market really bad here. Just key events that, you can look back and be like, FOMC minutes. Oh, wait, FOMC minutes never spikes. Or FOMC minutes never spikes VIX. So why would it spike VIX this time? Kind of that thing. All right, so Apple. Took a hit. Let's see how the overall market is going to be affected by it. Pretty solid. Pretty solid move down. We do have a 24-hour supply we hit here, but I don't like it. I want to see 143. That's where I really would like to see Apple. See where that 0.618 retracement is. $147. So we're right there, right? Yeah, pretty much. So Apple might hold here. Apple is, one of the stocks long term that you really want to look at going, because look at this strength it had as the market, overall SPY. Look at SPY, and then look at Apple. So showed so much strength, but it's finally, I thought Apple held the market up a little bit around here where, ES pushed up. Apple's worth 9% weighted on SPY, over 12% weighted on NQ. So it is pretty heavily weighted on these futures. But Apple, almost hit, was not far away from all-time highs. Like, we were only 4% away from all-time highs on June or August 17th. ES was 11% away. So you can tell the overall strength. So, I think we're coming up into a once in a lifetime opportunity for Apple. Long term, pretty solid. It'd be a pretty solid move long term. But our Apple puts are looking solid. We have middle of October, I think 135 puts that some people sold at break even. Not sure why. But you can tell we're kind of definitely need to watch this little area right here. AMD. Still not watching AMD. AMD is kind of just an intraday thing. You can't really look at anything AMD. When we hit the 52s to 56, I'll be looking to grab some shares, long-term shares, and probably some leaps or farther out calls right here. Amazon looks like we're bouncing from last week's lows again. Not sure what this is. Was Amazon, kind of staying a little strong lately? So it's kind of hard to play because we're back in this really choppy price action. You tell SPY, ES are below. If Amazon had the same strength and weakness as SPY, it should be down here underneath 102. But you can tell how it's 113. Amazon, a lot of stocks should be the kind of intraday price action. Google, 90. I think we're going down to 91 overall. Meta, and we killed Meta. We should have got longer out. 13% move. We finally broke that huge resistance here. We're below COVID lows, so price action. I don't even know how you do price action on Meta because we're back to 2018 prices. Meta has been absolutely destroyed. Microsoft still kind of staying strong. had that gap up yesterday, came down. Microsoft's one, if we do get a little short squeeze, market rally, whatever you want to call it, that, Microsoft is one that I want to look at too, to actually go up to 256.20, which is our weekly supply. Drop, base, drop. So I'd like to see us go back up to the weekly supply and then continue down. Going quickly through these, it's hard when the market's down. I mean, we're kind of recovering a little bit. Hard when the market's down over 1% already. And a lot of these stocks are just getting absolutely destroyed. Nvidia, another stock I'm not really watching. Kind of just intraday. Nothing happening here. Wouldn't mind a relief bounce up to our last week's lows / supply rate here and then continue to fall. Tesla. We've hit this daily demand once, twice, and bounced off of it. Do we hit times? No. But, been hit twice, looking for the collapse. And then we head to this right here. We have a gap. So, AI day is Friday, the 30th. So definitely could see some selling news. Or since we're selling off into it, kind of buy the news. Just kind of like the Apple event. We sold off into the Apple event, so we pushed on the event. Previously, we always pushed to the event and sold off the news. So definitely keep that on watch. I need to add some more stocks to my main ones. Banks still looking horrible. Netflix was upgrade again. No, out. Netflix has been upgraded. That's a bunch of upgrades recently for Netflix, so keep that on watch. It was very, very interesting. It just keeps getting upgraded. Upgrade 211 to 283. Neo gap down. Out. Hold on. All right, we back. Sorry about that. My dogs like to come in here and just bark and pee and annoy me. So, Neo, another gap down. Whatnot. PayPal, Roblox. Showing just a tad bit of strength. We hit this demand here. Popped up. Pretty decent move. Roku. I mean, this look at that. That's just a downtrend. I'm gonna look at Roku shop. Still making new lows. We got shop puts up here. Snap, absolutely doing nothing. Square, COVID lows, and stocks are just getting brutally killed. Upstart. And you can't play this price action. Look at this. This is horrible price action. Airbnb. Definitely a little bit of strength these past couple days. Still waiting for, Airbnb could be a nice pop above. It's kind of 125 area, but it kind of faked us out before. Affirm, dead in the water. FedEx, this thing's not looking good either. Everything looks so horrible. Baba, I mean, this finally broke its trend. Wait for it to break this. I mean, all hell's gonna break loose. Chewy was strong yesterday, but still, chop. CRM, chop, crowd. Everything looks bad. That's why my pre-market videos are not fun, because everything just looks sold off already. There's wow, that finally broke below. I didn't even notice this. Broke below, didn't even test. I'll show this. I'll like break below, test up, drop. It just dropped like a hammer. Oxy, something you could possibly look to go long. This is my prediction. Drop, relief, drop. Possibly go long on oil. Pins, man, these Peloton at 820. That's what this Visa's doing. There's Visa. There's a huge breakdown. Let's just go back. Let's just chart ES and NQ. We're kind of relieving. Kind of getting a little relief. Push. So right now, 3661 possible level, resistance. We popped above. Looks like we're holding as a support, but that Apple news did come in. A resistance here. So are we going to hold that as a resistance or supply? We could go back in this kind of sell-off candle and then pop up to 3720, which was previous support resistance. On a lower time frame, same thing. Let's look at some. Go ahead and erase this flag because we don't need it anymore. Daily, nothing but red since December 19th, so no daily supplies. 4 hour. We have a 4 hour supply. That's where we began our sell off yesterday. And we can be starting a demand down here. See how this works out. 2 hour, you tell 2 hour, there's our base. Pretty solid base, and then sell came in. We're pretty much sideways overnight. Sell came in. So let's see if we can pop back up into this area. Of course, our kind of downtrend again. It'd be perfect if we pop up right here at 3,700, 3,705 and continue down. Nothing 2 hour, 1 hour. We kind of already hit. There's our 1 hour. We hit there. We were up at 6 a.m. 32-point move. Tell that sell off. Volume up here, pretty low volume down here. So possibly to fill in this sell off candle and then continue down. 1 hour. And to the downside, you can tell where buyers came in. They came in right here at 36, like 36.15. Bet you that was a 0.618 retracement right here. Let's see, 15 right there, beautiful. 0.618, strong push up, impulse move up, came back down, retrace that 0.618, continuation up. ES is now green. Why? Possibility of a rejection up here, but this zone has already been tapped, and then we have a 15-minute. That's where we hit. $15-minute up here. This is where we hit on NQ and sold. That's kind of our ES game plan. This is my I love this is my go-to kind of trade right here. You have a nice drop and you have a strong impulse move. So, on the hour, I take this demand right here. This next candle, we pop down into it, and then we start a reversal up. So once we get into it, you can tell nice push up, get back into it, nice push up. I love that kind of play right there. Which is basically the fibs. We come back down, retrace into it, and whatnot. NQ, still NQ, same thing. Here's that 15-minute right here that we sold off. Popped up in here, began to sell off, drop. Possibly see NQ retrace up to the Apple News, and then continue to sell off, or look for some buyers at the lows. So we're kind of right in the smack dab in the middle. Nothing really out of control. For me, I'm definitely watching VIX. Just watch VIX. But that is going to do it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys. Just a quick one. Play smart. Might not even trade that much today. We do have our Fed speakers